say your first name? Raleigh. Raleigh Alexander Harder?
Yeah.
You sound like you could put a case on somebody. Your name sounds like a prosecutor. You had aspirations of working in criminal justice?
Not really.
Investigations?
But like right now, the investigators are like partner. Like they've made me like part of their team.
Because they lazy.
Yeah.
They called me a lot for shit. I said, no. Go out there and get your own interviews. Fly in your own guests. They're lazy these days.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on for a second. We good? You cool? So you nervous?
Not really.
Uh-huh.
It's just crazy that I gotta sit here after everything. So
here's the crazy part about it. So I have never in my life ever seen a person go put a warrant on somebody else.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
You're a civilian.
Yes.
You went and put a few warrants, or you're in the process of putting a few warrants. You got.
So I filed every warrant for most of the victims.
On Lisa Wu.
On her and her boyfriend, Donald Jacobs, yeah.
Out of Atlanta.
In Atlanta, we did it in DeKalb. The most recent ones, I filed them. And then there was one victim, she filed and she got her warrant. So he was recently arrested. And those were the warrants from the victim from last year. The only other victim outside of our group of like 12 victims that filed a warrant.
Oh my God, somebody need to do the Real Housewives of jail or prison. They all going to jail. All of you. So Lisa Wu is being added to, because we did a whole mugshot. And I'm going to put that mugshot up in this video of all the housewives. I said, y'all want to go to jail? Go to Real Housewives of Atlanta, because they sending y'all to jail by the pound. That's their storylines now. She hasn't been on the Housewives for a long time. But,
right.
You know, they have lifestyles that they got to keep up. Mm-hmm. And hers was, she was married to a ball player at the time when she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, Lisa Wu.
Yeah.
And because we haven't seen her since her snitching, but she worked in real estate.
Yeah. And
so she's still working in real estate.
Yeah, she has a broker license. So outside of, you know, whatever quasi celebrityism she had left, she was also a broker. She's a broker, licensed broker.
Now tell me something. How the fuck do you go put a warrant on somebody as a civilian?
So a lot of people, and when we get into it, you'll understand, but a lot of people don't understand how the justice system actually works, or the legal system for that matter, right? And so everybody, you know, if you don't go to law school, or you're not a paralegal, or you're not in that world, or even a police officer, you don't really understand how it works.
No, we don't.
So the American justice system is very complex.
Okay.
And a lot of the time when there's a criminal act or a law has been broken, you're supposed to go to the police, file a police report, because they're the authorities when it comes to, you know, the first line of authorities when it comes to crimes and laws being broken.
Okay.
And so essentially what happens is, and I've experienced this myself, you go to the police, you try to file a police report, and you try to give them the report, and they say, oh, this is a civil matter. You need to go file a civil claim. And
that's what we're
right.
told.
So a civil claim is just that. It's a petty argument that you need to go to court and in front of a judge and a jury, and they decide who's actually telling the truth and who's not. That's not a criminal system. It's a civil system. And so based on the facts and based on whatever you can present in court for your claim against the other person, the judge will rule, the jury will rule, and whoever wins, wins. That doesn't equate to criminal charges or going to jail.
Now, how did you get a criminal warrant on you're a civilian person? You are not the police.
So a lot of people don't know, it's called a private, like citizen criminal warrant. You can go and file.
R. Kelly, the parents that sent their daughter to R. Kelly tried to put one of them on me.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, they call it a civil, but I laughed at it. But he really could have sent me to jail.
Well, so it's a process. So with the criminal side, it's all about due process.
Okay.
With the civil side, it's the same thing. And a lot of people need a lawyer because that whole world is about different tasks and how, you know, what part of the process and who was served and do you have their address, and it's a paperwork and very formal and tedious, meticulous system in which it's all about due process. And the criminal side is the same thing. So when someone needs to go file a warrant, you have to first file a police report, get that police report, and then you can go to a magistrate criminal court and you can request a arrest warrant on the individual. What happens is they will serve the other person first class mail, and so you don't have to serve them in the criminal part. The system will do that.
The sheriff will do that.
Not well, they'll just mail it first class mail. So if they
Okay.
don't open it and don't show up, that's another problem as for the person that doesn't show up. So what happens is essentially you go to court in front of a criminal judge, and you then have to prove probable cause on the other person. And then it's not a situation in which, I mean, people can get lawyers, but lawyers technically can't defend you in a criminal court unless it's like you're at a part where you need a criminal defense attorney. Because what happens is if you are able to establish a probable cause on another individual, the judge will lay the charges and file the arrest warrants, and then the district attorney will start prosecuting those individuals, and then it becomes a criminal case that you now need to find a defense attorney to represent you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So it's two different systems. And so essentially what people do is they only go to the civil side because everybody's like, I want my money back, or I want whatever it is owed to me. And they don't really deal with the criminal side. And both of them have to run simultaneously. Or you start with the criminal side if there is a law broken or criminal behavior, and then you also get a lawyer and file suit as well. So you're supposed to do both. They don't correlate.
Man, you do excellent work working for Vlad. You know Vlad TV?
Yeah, I know Vlad.
Yeah, he knows how to put him in jail.
Sorry, I'm mad. I'm mad. I don't mean to laugh.
Listen, I think he hired too. Listen,
I wouldn't work for Vlad. I wouldn't.
Listen, so how did you come to know Lisa Wu and her fiance? Is it fiance or her boyfriend Donald?
Well,
Jacobs?
essentially, and I mean, she told me this out of her own mouth. They did, I guess, do a ceremony to get married, and then her, gay best friend Robbie, he like officiated it. But she never filed any paperwork or something.
So she married him.
Apparently.
So she pulled the Yandy.
Basically, but it's not. I don't think it's a legitimate situation.
Okay,
so
but she told you that.
She told me that to her face, and he as well said that they got married.
So when did you meet? When did you meet?
So, well, first I'm an artist, singer, songwriter, entrepreneur, and so I was living in Los Angeles for maybe 4 or 5 years before moving to Atlanta last year.
Okay.
And I had met her boyfriend, Donald Jacobs, 10 years prior when I was in Atlanta, and I hadn't seen him in 10 years. So in LA, I was a part of a affluent circle. Independently, I've done very well for myself.
I could tell them shoes.
Yeah. I've put out music. I've written songs. I've done different things. I've did millions of streams independently. So I was doing well. And then, so in LA, I was a part of a certain circle that I think it was the end of 2024, Lisa and Don came to LA, and Don had reached out to me because I had plans to invest in Atlanta because I had a settlement coming in.
Okay.
And so Don had reached out to me, and he said, hey, I'm coming to LA and I'm dating Lisa Wu now. So in my head, I was like, how did that happen? But when they came, I met up with them, and they happened to be, Lisa has the access to, higher level individuals, and she brought Don into the group, and that's kind of how I met Lisa as well, because we knew the same people. So when I met up with them, we were just in social settings. We went to I met her the day I got taken to meet Stevie Wonder. So I got invited to meet Stevie Wonder.
Did he know that he met you?
I hope so. I don't know.
Does he remember you?
Maybe not.
Can he vouch for this?
Maybe I got the receipts to prove it. I got the pictures and videos to prove
Stevie,
it.
if you watching this, do you know this man?
I don't think he know me, but I met him.
Have you seen him before, Stevie? Listen, I'm fucking with you. Shout out to Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, so the day I met Stevie Wonder is when I met Lisa Wu as well.
All right.
And then so essentially, it seemed to start as a good relationship. I was expressing to her and Don my goals and where I wanted to go. And, they were like, come to Atlanta. We got you. We got Atlanta on lock. And I played my music for Lisa, and she was like, I can put this in my movie. You can act. So the conversation was intriguing to me. And I was like, okay, if there's a possibility to work with you, I've seen you on TV before. And I kind of am familiar with Don, and he's portraying himself to be this real estate guru guy. So essentially, I also had a conversation with Lisa where I was saying to her, one of my goals is to work with Mariah Carey, because I had she reposted some of my content, and
she can't sing no more though.
But she reposted some of my content, and I was telling Lisa that. So she was like, "Oh, if you come to Atlanta, I know JD. I can introduce you to him. You know, he knows Mariah." So there was like little tidbits of conversation that I was like, "Okay, maybe I should go to Atlanta because if I'm really able to work with her, and
So
she
she
could do that."
enticed you to
Yes,
come. Okay.
yes, her and Don.
Okay.
So that was a big factor for me because I was like, "Okay, let me." LA was going through the
Why were
fires.
they so interested in you? Did you know? So you told him you had a settlement coming.
They didn't know that at the time, but I was telling Don I wanted to invest. And so, LA.
So they saw you as a lick. When you say
I found
invest,
out. I found out later.
You a lick. You a target. Now.
I found out that later. It didn't start that way because the thing about Lisa Wu is that she has this very warm energy. You know, she's very sweet and charming and personable, and so I really thought I was investing in building a relationship with someone genuine. So it didn't ever occur to me in the beginning that these people were not who they were presenting themselves to be. And so when I got to Atlanta, initially Lisa has this movie that she's filming called Scavenger Hunt. At the time, I didn't know she had started filming the movie years prior. And so it's
like when Sheree started building her house. And
it was not that long, but she started filming this movie maybe 3-4 years ago. I'm not sure of the timeline. Okay. And so when I got to Atlanta in 2025, February 2025, I guess she had geared back up and she was filming again. So Don at the time, her boyfriend, I was meeting with him, and I had some other friends with me, and he was trying to mentor us to do real estate. And so I've never invested in real estate before. And he presented himself as a private lender. He presented himself as somebody that owned 1,000 houses. And he also leveraged Lisa a lot in private conversations. And I have the text to prove it. So nothing that I'm saying about that is alleged. It's actually true. And so he leveraged Lisa's celebrity to say, you know, if you work with me and you get cool with Lisa, she'll put you in her movies, this, that, and the third. That wasn't initially my aim, but I was like, okay, if this is a new group that could potentially take me to the next level, because I'm gonna just be very clear, and I'm not trying to be arrogant. I never needed Lisa Wu or Donald or her boyfriend to help me do anything. I was already in rooms. If you check,
but you want to be around like-minded individuals.
Yeah, and then they presented themselves in a way where they were like the door to that next level. Because even me doing what I did, yeah, I'm in certain rooms with big celebrities, A-listers, this, that, and the third, but I'm not necessarily connected to certain people that write those checks or can push you to another level. So that's how they presented. Okay. And that was intriguing to me. So when I got to Atlanta, my settlement hit. And so I had went to Paris and London and to do some shows, and I came back and I said, Don, hey, I'm ready to invest. And so at that moment, I was kind of feeling like, okay, this guy is showing up as like a father figure. I could probably trust him. I kind of known him from before.
You ain't getting no intuition, nothing. You know, God come in right when
the thing about this is
checkout line. You got too much shit in your cart.
I'll be honest with you. It's funny because I'll be honest. At that time, no, because you know why? This individual is a master at presenting himself to be like, well spoken, nice, very generous, giving. I'm here to help people, especially Black people. It's very performative, and he's very, very good at it. And you'll see, because I have some receipts and things I'll show you. He's fooled everybody, even down to Lisa Wu. At least I thought he fooled her as well, but I've come to find out that her and him are kind of Bonnie and Clyde in the whole situation.
Oh, well, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
So I expressed to him just kind of how much money I had, and I said, can you help me flip this to like 1.22 million in like a certain amount, like 2 years? And so that was my mistake. And when he realized just how much money I had, I believe that's when he targeted me for sure. Because within that conversation, a couple days later, he bombarded me in a conversation. I met with him and Lisa, and he told me to invest in her movie. So
the movie she's been filming for 9 years.
The movie she's been filming.
Okay.
And so at first she was like, oh, I don't need any more investment money, this, that, and the third. And he's like, oh, no. They call me Alex, so they call me by my middle name. So they're like, oh, you got to let Alex in. So we were at a restaurant, I'll never forget it. And she was like, okay. So she drew up the contract right there. And
like right there.
Right there. I wired the money right on the spot. So it all happened very high pressure, very fast. And by that time, I had already invested a bunch of earnest money and down payments for about 5 properties with Don. Like he had me invest down payments on 5 properties. 5.
How much were the down payments?
They were like $5,000 each, because his whole thing was
so you had already given $25,000.
Yeah.
And these were properties that was supposed to be going through his lending company?
These are properties he said he owned. So he took me around and he showed me these properties, and he's like, these are great properties. They were like fix and flips.
So you were buying the properties from him?
Essentially, that's how he presented it. Yes. But he didn't actually own any of these properties. And so
what relationship to the properties did he have?
So there was I had to confront him and Lisa when I realized that I was losing all my money, and I wanted to see if she was in on it. So I have a text where I text her and I'm like, I need to meet with you because I need to know how much like you're involved in this stuff going on with Dawn. And she acted like she didn't know what I was talking about. And at that meeting, he revealed to me he's just a wholesaler. He just wholesales property. He didn't own any of those properties.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
So how do you go from you own the properties to a wholesaler?
So that's the whole. The situation that him and Lisa are involved in is very sophisticated. It's a very sophisticated situation. So he presents himself as an owner, as a lender, and he has people in place that he works with, that he introduced you to. So from mortgage brokers to contractors who aren't really actually licensed contractors. They're people that he knows that know the business or know the game, and they'll go hire some, Mexicans or other people to do the work and act as a contractor, but they're not licensed, or they're working under other contractors' licenses, which is all illegal. And so he'll take you around, he'll introduce you to these people, and then, in some cases, some people call that RICO. I don't know yet.
You said who? RICO?
RICO.
Like Suave?
Like, RICO. Racketeering. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's organized in a certain way, but this is how he's positioned himself. And so these are the people and his associates that he introduces all his victims to.
Meet Umi, and no, it's not an AI. The shower in a pouch built for our busy lives. Umi is a large, pre-moistened, essential oil-infused disposable towel designed to make you feel human again when a full shower isn't an option at the time. They are so versatile, you can even pop it in the microwave to warm or chill it for a cooling refresh. They are also perfect for travel, gym, camping, and caregiving. Support this authentic, Black-owned, family-built brand. Get refreshed on the go at tryumi.com. Inspire creativity and personal growth at any age. You're never too old. Ivory Books curates meaningful coloring books and reflection journals that boost literacy, optimism, and social-emotional learning for kids, teens, and adults alike. We're not excluded. I mean that. Whether you are ordering a single copy for yourself or purchasing in bulk for a school, business, nonprofit, or community program, these books offer everyday inspiration. Explore the entire catalog at ivorybooks.com. Save 15% on your order with promo code Tasha K. Ladies, your period shouldn't feel like a medical emergency every month. Yamaya's Give helps women who are tired of suffering through painful cycles, heavy bleeding, and chronic exhaustion. Founded by certified clinical herbalist Yamaya, the brand challenges the idea that surgery is the only option for uterine fibroids. Instead, women are empowered through clinical education, targeted herbal supplements, and deep nourishment. Reclaim your health by visiting yamayasgift.com.
So it's organized in a certain way, but this is how he's positioned himself. And so these are the people and his associates that he introduces all his victims to. So essentially, it's a situation in which he introduces you to these people, okay, and it's a network of people that he controls. And I know there's a word for that. I'm not going to say it right now, but there's a word for that. And allegedly, it could be considered racketeering, but I don't know. For sure, that would be up to the courts or the judge to decide. But that's the setup. So he controls these people, and he introduces all of the people he meets to them that he gets money from. Now, when you're investing in real estate and you're trying to put money, earnest money down on a property, it's supposed to go to an escrow account, it's supposed to go to an attorney.
Correct.
And he collects it in his private account. He makes everybody send it to him, the first initial earnest money.
Red flag number one.
Right. So I'm new. I've never invested in real estate before, and most of the people that they meet, this is who they recruit. So some of the victims that are involved in the situation are new mothers, they're young moms, they're elderly people over the age of 65, very vulnerable people, or people looking to, better their situation, especially as a community. It's all Black people, mostly.
I blame Grant Cardone. But go ahead.
So yeah.
Go ahead. Let's back up a little bit.
Yeah.
So back to her drawing up the contract at the table.
Yeah.
About the movie.
For the film.
So what did she do? What she got on Google or Chat GTP and said, make me a contract real quick?
I'm not sure how she drafted the contract. She presented me a contract for
at the dinner table.
At the dinner table. We had our laptops and things like that. And then even through I signed it and sent it back through text. Like I have the text thread.
Okay.
And so she promised me a 20% return plus like a 1.5 credit, things like that. Now, I've come to find out she's also her company is not registered to collect, like she's not licensed with the SEC. So technically it's illegal to collect investor money without being licensed or have like a
correct
exemption.
That's why you have lawyers.
Right.
So investment collection.
Yeah. So we've never dealt with a lawyer, and like most of the victims as well that I'm representing, all of us sent money the same way to her private Woo Media Group LLC. That's how we wired the money directly to her. And at the time, again, all new people wanting to act. Most of us that put money down, also she put us in the film. So it seemed like, oh, this is legit, right? And none of us really knew what was going on. So the way they had it was like they were separate. Like Lisa was just dealing with the film. She was never present for the real estate things. And then Don, everybody that was basically in Lisa's movie was also doing real estate with Don. So he was collecting money from us. And then he was showing us houses he claimed to own. And then he was basically training us how to approach lenders or deal with mortgage brokers, and then inflating the price of the house and telling us the house was one price while he had it under contract for a much lower price. And he never disclosed he was a wholesaler.
He was contracting the house out to many people. Yes.
Double selling some of the houses and land. So I have a situation which I can't legally talk about because it's one of the situations going on in court right now. When my attorney's dealing with it, but I have a situation where something was double sold to me and another victim. And so we own the same property, and that's a whole thing as well. And he did that many times to many people. So essentially his role would be, once he put us with a hard money lender, so he would introduce everybody to a mortgage broker. We would get a hard money loan. He would inflate the price of the house, and then we would have like these ridiculous rehab budgets. So most of the time lenders wouldn't lend for that. And there were a couple of situations in which some lenders were like, this doesn't make sense, we're not doing it. So every time we wouldn't close on a property, he would make it seem like, oh, we're not closing and I'm paying money to keep the deal going, like just making us feel like he's helping, when in reality, that's not what was going on. And in some cases, as well as, so this is how Lisa ties into it as well, because remember, she's a mortgage broker. So I can't talk too much about it either, but one of the situations that I'm involved in with another victim, Lisa's was under contract as a broker for that property with the other person. And then when I confronted her and Dawn about the situation, she pretended she didn't know anything about it to me. So it's a very sophisticated situation that we're in, where everybody believed we were legitimately working with Lisa Wu and Don Jacobs, her boyfriend or her fiance, whatever they want to call it. And that wasn't the case.
And how long have they been together?
I can't really say. I know that from what they've told me, it might have been a year or 2 years. I'm not sure. So I'm not really sure. I know that she hasn't known him many years.
Now, is it true that he's been arrested before? He's been jailed before?
Yes.
For theft? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So actually, he has a bunch of cases, lawsuits against him, dating all the way back to the 90s.
Receipts.
And on top of that, he had a identity theft case against the state, prosecuted him for that, and a bank fraud case with the state, I think around 07. If you look, it's public record, so I'm not. You guys can look that up. However, most recently he was arrested for 6 or 7 counts of security.
Yeah,
fraud.
I saw that on May 10th.
So, and they're walking around.
He was arrested this month, right?
Yeah. So I had a warrant hearing application against him on May 11th, and he was in custody that morning. So I had my hearing reset because he was in custody in Fulton County.
So there are other victims that have already come forward to make police reports.
Yes. So he was in custody for another victim from the year before, and he has a judgment against him from that other victim as well.
For how much?
It was like about 200-something thousand. I didn't bring that
about
paper
200-something thousand.
But you could look it up. Yeah, you can look it up. But this is so they're saying that he wasn't recently arrested, but that's the booking information for the one.
6/2/26.
Yeah.
Damn that.
And then
yep, the accused defendant Donald Jacobs was arrested on 5/10. Okay, 2026 for the crimes in Superior Court, case number 26 PI003735. Court set the total bond for $35,000. And so, yep, the defendant's case will be placed on a pre-indictment status calendar. Okay, and this is certified by a judge, Judge DeFore II, signed on May 11th. So Lisa Wu's husband is he still in custody, or is he?
So he bonded out.
He bonded, of course.
But they're trying to make it seem like he's never been arrested. So that's just
I got the
proof.
receipts right here. He was arrested. Okay.
So one of the things that's really interesting, I'm gonna show you all this, is most of the transactions that Don Jacobs was doing with us in real estate was under a company, We Closed Doors LLC. And he presented to us that he owned that company. So none of us knew that Lisa Wu actually owns the company. And Don Jacobs was never on the company. He was never registered in the Articles of Incorporation or any of those things. So all of the deals that we were doing that he signed off of at closing attorneys' offices, notaries, under that company name, Lisa Wu was the person that owns that company, and he was never a managing member. And so, and that's significant because they opened that company in early 2025, and I have that paperwork because Donald Jacobs has a whole bunch of LLCs and judgments against him, garnishments for all the things I just told you with multiple different victims. Mm-hmm. And so he closed a bunch of LLCs, and then Lisa opened that one, and he was operating under that.
So Lisa closed.
No, so he closed all. He dissolved all of his LLCs because they have garnishments and they have judgments for fraud. So these are all the LLCs he's been closing.
Plaintiff's capital to ultimately return to, $23,000, leaving an outstanding balance. Okay, plaintiff made a total of $96,000 in payments to defendants. Okay, which is, Donald Jacobs. Golden Enterprise LLC is the plaintiff. Pursuant to terms of the purchase agreement, defendants were to transfer title to 3 properties to the plaintiff. They were never done. Repeated requests for the same by plaintiff's answer, Ashley Huntley. As a result, plaintiff canceled the contracts and demanded a full refund of all money paid to defendants. Defendants agreed to refund all of the payments capital, but ultimately only returned $23,000, leaving an outstanding balance of $73,000. And so willfully ignored the orders of this court and have refused to cooperate with the discovery process other than filing an initial answer, have refused to engage in. And so counsel for the plaintiff, he's awarded. So given all this, now ordered at a judge, the plaintiff shall have judgment against the defendants jointly and severally in the amount of $73,000. A principal owed $6,300 for attorney's fees and $686 for the expenses of litigation. Okay, and so this is against Lisa Wu's husband / boyfriend. And so collected the money, then give her all the money back. Now, what is this? What is this again? This a lot.
So those are all the dissolved companies. So if you guys go I'm sorry. If you guys go to
this look like a credit report.
Yeah. So what
Who has this many companies?
If you it's public record, so a lot of the garnishments and judgments are against most of those companies, and so he started to dissolve them all. And this is why I was saying people don't understand the legal system. So when people just try to file civilly, even if you're awarded a judgment, all he has to do is close those companies and start again. And it doesn't equate to him going to jail because nobody filed any criminal report or criminal charges on him.
So he's had Sacia Center of Atlanta LLC dissolved and closed. Blackland Development LLC sounds like a dissolved and closed. By Rec TV.
Oh yeah, and that by Rec TV. So his ex-wife has been awarded judgment. So he hasn't paid her off from their divorce, and he's actually being pursued by child support in Fulton County because he's in contempt of child support as well. How
much she owe?
So he owes her about $200,000, and then the contempt, I'm not sure what the exact number is. So I don't want to quote it, but it's public record. So child support is after him, but they haven't been able to successfully serve him. So if you look, you can see that. And so he's been avoiding paying everybody, even the government.
Clubhouse Real Estate LLC, In-Game Holdings, Exotic Airbnb, House Jerk LLC, I Buy Everything, Jacob Safety, Mentorship with Don LLC, Real Estate Clubhouse LLC, Recession Proof.
So you see what you just read, that was the judgment against recession proof on the paperwork you just read, and I Buy Everything, and he dissolved it late last year. So what's significant about all this is, remember I told you Lisa Wu started We Close Doors?
Yeah.
So this is the state of Georgia Secretary
We Close
of State.
Doors, 2/27/2025. This is the Articles of Incorporation.
And if you turn it around, Sharon Wu is Lisa Wu's government name.
Yeah, that's her name. Organizer.
His name is
Could he
nowhere
have done
on
it
that.
under? Could he have done it under her name? Because you know how you can do this electronically.
So, I have had personal situations when I had to confront her, and she revealed to me that she owned that company. She acted like she didn't know he was doing what he was doing. That's a title warranty deed situation. If you flip to the second page, that's his signature. And look at the date on the first page. On the first page in your hand, on the other hand. So that's March 2025.
That's like less than.
And then
if you
look at the when Lisa Wu opened that company.
Yeah, filing date to February 27, 2025. So it's less than a month later.
Yeah. So there's a lot about the case I can't talk about because, again, it's a very sophisticated. And most of the evidence that is going to be used in court, I'm not showing you. So, you know, my personal case and the victims' cases, many of the victims, you know, everybody's just kind of like, let's wait till we get through whatever. And then if more media comes up later, they want me to be their spokesperson. And so
call me whenever y'all are settled so I can put everybody together.
Yeah.
And we can walk through it.
Go
ahead.
So 2 more things. But so Lisa, I sent her this demand letter. Mm-hmm. So what's been happening is simultaneously she's been collecting money for that film for a while from many people down to like regular people to A-list celebrities. And some of the A-list celebrities, they don't want to be named because
she got a fake film crew that shows up or something.
Well, she hires some people, and people come out, and there's a film crew, and you know it looked legit. So we were part of it. She writes us into her script. She does all this stuff. None of us are checking to see if she's actually registered to collect our investment because.
So you gave her 25. So you're at dinner. So you're at dinner with these two.
Yeah.
They say, hey, after you've already given $25,000 to them on fake properties.
Yeah.
And he says,
well, I've given them about $300-something thousand. I'm going to show you that real quick.
Are you insane? everything was transferred by Zelle.
Zelle and some wire transfer. So I have the actual wires and the Zelles as well.
$353,000. And do you own a house?
So one of the houses I was able to
That's the
save one. By the time I figured out what was going on, somebody had to kind of step in and help me refinance it, and I was in a hard money loan. He put me in hard money loans for all the houses. I'm one of the properties that's a subject of the lawsuit that we have going on in the criminal investigation. I'm losing the foreclosure. I put $50,000 down. So essentially, he told me that each property I would close, I would only need $15,000 to $20,000 to close on those 5 properties, which is why I was like, oh, I could do 5 properties if it's only that much. And essentially, when it came down to the closing attorneys and the lenders, I put down $100K for 2 houses. So I had they were trying to, the numbers didn't make sense, and I didn't know why. And he was just saying, "Oh, this is just, you need to get skin in the game. They just don't know you. You just haven't done enough deals."
You know that is not true, right?
I didn't know that because I've never done real estate investment.
Let me just. My heart racing.
Yeah. So I've been devastated.
To Don Jacobs, personal, we close doors. You wired $121,550 into his account.
Yeah, well, yeah, remember that's Lisa Wu's company.
Hold on, yep. Lisa Wu Media Group for the movie. $231,900.
Well, so that not that specific number. So there's a bunch of other people in our group, but don't read all those numbers yet, because some of the victims, that's some of the other victims' information on there.
This is a total of what they took from all of y'all.
Our group, but it's up towards like the millions of dollars they've collected across the board. Like
a fake movie,
for a movie that's not come out. So she's wrote the contract, and when all of this started happening, I sent her a demand letter. So essentially, let me backtrack for a second.
Yeah, please.
I thought Lisa Wu was a victim, right? When I started figuring out, I didn't want anything to do with this. When I started figuring out what my losses were, and mind you, my brother came down from Canada because I'm also Canadian. I'm Caribbean, but I grew up in Canada. And
so you're a Drake fan? There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan.
What? You are going to get slaughtered.
I'm not. I've had experiences.
I'm a Drake fan.
I get it, but I've had personal experiences, and he probably don't remember, but because it was years ago.
Well, why Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. II ain't married his baby mama yet? Then
I don't know nothing about that.
You know, yeah, Kendrick. Go ahead.
So, essentially, I didn't step into this role out of choice. It just kind of, I just became the vessel.
Because you figured it out.
I figured it out, and then people started finding me, like out of nowhere. People I've never met before, because I got really close to them. So even some of the victims that I'm representing now, we were cool, and then they saw, like I went on vacation with Lisa and Don last year to Mexico this time. Like we were hanging out. So
who paid for it?
I paid myself and my brother, but they, they're like, we're going on vacation.
Well, they had your money, so
they had my money, and so it's this whole thing is embarrassing for a lot of us, but at the same time, it could happen to anybody. You essentially are trying to change your life, and you meet people that you appear and present like these are great people. They talk well, they speak well. Like I said, charming, especially Don and Lisa both. They give off a warm, we're good people. We just want to help, and we should just all come together. And we all fell for it. And a lot of us are embarrassed by it. But it doesn't matter, because this happens to everybody. It doesn't, it happens to educated people. It happens to just anybody. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what status you have. People get got all the time, especially because of trust. When someone earns your trust, or you think they're earning your trust, and I let my guard down. You know what I mean? I'm here working with these people, giving them my money, and I'm thinking, okay, I could let my guard down as Lisa Wu. She's on, she hasn't had any crazy, well, there's some past stuff, but to my knowledge, I didn't think she was, a bad person. And I did get to know her, so I thought she was a victim. When I figured out what was going on with Dawn, I sat with Lisa a couple times. Her closest friends of like 10, 15, and 20 years called me. to ask me to set up an intervention with Lisa, because it got to the point where whatever he said, she just believed. Anything she didn't have. So a lot of these situations that were going on with Don, he would tell us, don't tell Lisa. You can't tell Lisa this. You can't tell Lisa that. It was a little suspect, but it's also too because she's, was going through some grievances.
Why?
With her family. She's losing some people in her family. I don't want to, whatever. I'm still going to be respectable, even
Whoop-de-doo.
But, and so Dawn leveraged the fact that she has a dying family member, and we learned about that before she even told us about that.
Whoop-de-doo.
So I have text messages, and he would use certain things to just manipulate everybody. So
we
felt bad for her. And I sat with Lisa, and at first, so my brother, I always had a witness. Any situation, I've had witnesses. So this is not a situation where it's a he said, she said. We have text messages, text threads, and witnesses. So I went to meet with her and him, and my brother came. And at the dinner table, when I started saying everything, she just is in disbelief. She's crying. But she's an actress. So at the time, I guess I thought it was sincere. She started crying and acting like she couldn't believe it, this, that, and the third. She said, oh, we're going to fix it. We're going to fix it. This is when I found out Don was actually a wholesaler, which was at the end of 2025. It was like November, October.
You can avoid the stress of nursing shortages and maintain the highest standard of patient care. Judah Medcare LLC is a South Carolina state licensed employment agency providing premium professional health care and staffing solutions. They connect hospitals, clinics, and care facilities with highly qualified, dependable caregivers tailored to your unique shift needs, okay? Now visit Judah Medcare LLC or call 803-233-7554. That's 803-233-7554 to find your next staff solution. Next Gen Tech Resumes is the next generation of career development, combining recruiter expertise, ATS optimization, and AI-powered technology to help clients get ahead in today's competitive job market. They utilize modern career tools, strategic resume development, LinkedIn optimization, career portfolios, and AI-driven job alignment technology to increase visibility, expand opportunities, and position clients such as yourself for success. Visit ngtresume.com and click on personalized packages to learn more about their services or check out their professionally designed resume templates created for today's hiring system.
Hey y'all, hey. This is Monique Claire, owner and head baker of Jar Jam's Baked Goods and Desserts. This is where we specialize in our sweet potato-based, fresh fruit, and flavor-induced deep dish pies. And we have cakes too. We have a variety of 15 flavors. We're sure to please anyone with any flavor. Visit us and see what our customers are saying at www.jarjams.com or follow us on Instagram, Jar Jam's Baked Goods. You will taste the love in every bite.
This is when I found out Don was actually a wholesaler, which was at the end of 2025. It was like November, October.
Did you call Fanny?
So we got things in the works. I just can't. Like I'm actively working
Fanny
with the authorities.
loves shit like this.
Yeah, we have things in the works. I'm actively working with the authorities, the lawyers. So, it's going down. So we have both simultaneously because of me. I started the criminal. I jumped because Fulton County is way backed up. Like you go to the police, they'll try to turn you away or they'll try to say, oh, it's civil. Mm-hmm. So because of what I know and how I know, I was able to jumpstart a lot of things. So now the authorities have all caught up. What's happening right now is most of the cases coming up are all warrant criminal hearings first. We have not officially filed the civil suit yet. We are full force with the criminal side because if anything, this has to stick.
Yeah.
And so the court cases coming up, we will be proving probable cause. And after those cases, you guys will be able to actually see the real evidence we have on them. Not because what I've said today is evidence, but it's in the individual cases, we have real evidence against them. And so, yeah, we have things going on. With Fonnie Willis is on our radar. She's on the radar. She's especially his ex-wife. His ex-wife Fonnie's handling a case with that whole situation as well. From what I hear, I can't confirm that for sure. But
I got two things I want to say.
Yeah.
This is to you. This is to anybody watching. I know you come from LA. So you see people with it, you see people that don't have it. It's very cut down the middle. You know who got it, you know who don't.
Either have it or you don't. Ain't no in between.
It's right there. In Atlanta, a lot of people can move there because it's very easy to maneuver up really fast.
Yeah.
Into those what they call upper echelon circles. But as you notice, I'm sure you've probably been to some of their houses and they're extremely big with no furniture. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I left Atlanta for that reason, is that because you never know who has it, you never know who doesn't have it, what's the scheme, and a lot of times it is women that are running the scams, which they're very, very, just kind of like how you said with Lisa, they like to play victim and, I didn't know, and you would never think. And then it's always like a celebrity of some sort. Yeah. Right? I notice this happens a lot in the real estate industry. And I want to say this to Black people. If you desire to do anything, you have to do it the legal way. Right. Which means you go and buy your first house the correct way. If that lender says no, why are you saying no? What do I need to fix? Yeah. You go back, you fix that. That's essentially your training. Yeah. You go directly to the lender. What happens is we want to go around to get to that quick, fast money, and it's not legal.
And that's the way Don's teaching it.
It's not legal. Yeah. I see a lot of the real estate gurus out there. I ain't even did my docuseries on their asses yet. But you do not have, this is not the way to go. Yeah. First of all, they're making money by either by way of courses or trying to teach you to do it illegally when you have to go through the process of buying your first house on a FHA loan. You live in that house, you learn that house, then you move out of that house and you turn it into an investment property. Now you have your first investment property. Now you know the pain, sweat, and tears that it takes to go through it. So now guess what? You are now a real estate investor. You have your first investment property. Now you know what to do. And guess what? It's going to be a lot easier the next time. Yeah. There is no get rich quick scheme. And if they're drawing up contracts at the dinner table, that shit's not legal. Yeah. Yeah. And so there was a lot of that and a lot of non-disclosures about, certain things. They put you on NDAs?
Well, no. What I'm saying is like you're supposed to disclose to the buyers and stuff like that you're a wholesaler. So what they were doing was, like I said, he owned the properties and they were double closing every deal. So there's double closing isn't necessarily illegal, but you were supposed to disclose certain things in certain parts, and they never did that.
You want to buy a house, you deal with a real estate agent.
And Lisa Wu is a broker.
You go to your bank, it doesn't matter. No.
Yeah.
No. That's not the kind of your down payment goes to the lender. Right. You meet your lender. Your lender has an office, a firm. They put it on paperwork. Lawyers are present. Do you understand? Then there starts a process for you to be able to close on that house in the next 30 or 45 days. They have an end date. Yeah. They don't hold that because guess what? Sellers got to be able to make their money. So if that money is not escrowed under a lawyer's account, you do not have no house.
Yeah, and that's what he's done to most people. So a lot of these judgments are like the girls you read with the 3 properties. Like he would take our money and then make us feel like we were getting the house, or either deed it away or double close it or put us in a crazy loan. Because what happens is the lenders pay him out up front. So by the time anybody knows he's just the wholesaler. Technically, he's not on record at all. You know what I mean? So he collects that lump sum when the lender pays out at the closing, right? And that's it. So that's how he was getting us.
Please tell me you're not giving up on your dream of real estate investment.
I'm not. I'll be honest. I'm like financially devastated, and right now, so there was a point where I was almost basically homeless because of this situation, going from all that money down to, nothing. And then the Lisa thing, I held on for so long because she was making promises. She was like, we're going to put you in my movies. I have these shows. There was a reality show. I guess one of her sons was going to be on. She was like, "You're going to be a friend to the show." There was promises she was making, and at that point, I started to think, I think she's pacifying me, because I had already confronted her about Don. I was already on to him, so she's been covering him this entire time. Anytime anybody came to her about Don Jacobs, it would be an excuse, and then she would regurgitate whatever he told her to us, because a lot of the times, at least I believed that she wasn't there, but then come to find out, Lisa's under contract with some of the people that Don screwed over as their broker. So, you know, I just became...
You know she's going to go to jail.
I know that.
You know you're going to jail,
I don't think she
right?
knows that.
She's going to jail.
I don't think she knows that.
Oh, no, she's going to jail.
Yeah.
It's either you better leave the country because you're going to jail.
Don't tell her that.
No, for real. She's
We
going
need
to
our
jail.
money.
But
Because,
Interpol.
yeah.
That's why we got Interpol.
The FBI has digital forensics, and they can claw
They
back
got
any money.
Interpol. You're going to jail. Like, that's so fucked up on many levels. Like, and I'm not even going to say allegedly. Like, if this is true, your ass is going to jail. Yeah. And you belong in fucking jail.
So she and I went back and forth the other day when I sent her the demand letter.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, she's trying to call me a liar and all this other stuff. She said, all of us are demons. I said, okay. And I just...
Now she hit you with the spiritual shit.
Yeah, they're good at that. They're both good at that. They're both like, you know, shit. And that's the one thing I can't... I'm a very spiritual person. I don't... It's just people play with God, and black people, we have a soft spot for God and church and different things like that. But yeah, she tried to send me a bogus cease and desist signed by her, and told me I'm running to the tabloids for my 50, because the TMZ story didn't mention me, but somehow I got blamed for it, and I'm not mentioned. I'm mentioned as the nephew. I'm the one that helped Miss Denise.
Well, what's she gonna say when this shit come out? Who gives a fuck? Like,
yeah.
Listen.
And in the TMZ story, so she used some text messages, and it's not the whole thread, and it's out of context. And I wanted to bring the whole context, but I was told I can't wait until the court is done,
because you'll mess up your
investigation. So, but that's out of... I can say that boldly, like that whole text thread.
You save all your receipts for court.
Yeah. So it's she's in the media, you know, trying to defend when she should really try to be making it right and sending people their money back, especially since you're not licensed to even collect people's money. And it's going straight to your business personal accounts, and she's living lavish lives. She's going on vacation. She's doing crab boil. She's spending the money. They're spending the money that we give them. We can see that. So it's frustrating, because all of us are financially done, and I had to just come forward because of this. So
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Don't let it break you, is what I'm gonna say. Everybody has had their moments. I think some people, some point of their life has been got.
Yeah.
I think something greater can come out of this, and really all you need to get your first investment property. Hell, they got properties in Union City right now for $60,000.
Right.
And getting that under a loan, a FHA loan, and that's your first investment property. You live in that, you fix it up, $150,000.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I wanted to invest in Atlanta. Atlanta got a lot of potential, and that's where a lot of black people,
you still can, but there's no quick way to get money.
Right.
I've been doing this shit, man. Listen, oh my God, I've been doing what I'm doing now 20 years. Jasmine been with me since the damn beginning. We just now being able to really eat from the fruits of our labor. Nothing comes overnight at all. Like, I hate when people do that type shit. Like, nothing's going to come to you unless you do it the right way. You take the side path, somebody going to be waiting on you to collect that money.
Yeah.
And you're not getting it back.
There's not a lot of people able to teach us, our community, the right way. And a lot of the people that seem to have success are doing it the wrong way.
Teach you. You got a phone.
Yeah.
Step by step. How do I get into real estate invest? How do I buy my first house? Mm-hmm. What to look for?
Right.
Reading. You are very well. I don't know if you went to school. Did you go to college?
I did. I went to
graduated?
University. Yeah, I did political science and stuff. I mean, I was supposed to go to law school, and I used to work for the federal government of Canada. So I'm.
So you let that LA lifestyle get you caught up in Atlanta?
It wasn't like that. It wasn't the LA lifestyle. It was the. I'm an artist. I'm doing music. Music is what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. I also act. I haven't acted in a while, and it was just the idea of me The reason I started doing real estate investing is because I wanted to generate enough cash flow and things to be my own label, to be my own investor for the creative side of things I wanted to do, because we all know how the music industry is right now and how it's been. And I have a lot of peers in the music industry that I watched their situation and I said, I can't have that happen to me.
It takes a lot of money to get to that type of cash flow.
Yeah. So, but that's why I wanted to do it.
That won't come until like 10 years into real estate investing.
So I did take some of my money and start investing in music, and I had to stop that because I was bleeding out tens of thousands.
You would have been better off day trading.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't agree with day trading. Yeah. But I know a lot of people.
Or just investing in stocks and things like that. Period.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You would have been better off doing that.
Yeah.
With a reputable company and getting money that way.
Right.
If you wanted that, Yeah. Especially with that
I
type
do.
of money.
I want to build wealth.
You could have had a portfolio manager. Really, how much did you give him total? How much did you give him?
I mean, in total, it's about $250 and up.
You could have had a portfolio manager, probably turn that into 400, turn that 400 into 600.
Yeah. So when I first went to Don, I was actually saying to him, I'm going to go buy a cash flowing business. So he's like, oh, don't do that. And then I paid off most of my debt. I was going to pay off my car notes and stuff. He's like, oh, don't do that. Rent it out. Like, so he just kind of intercepted me and kept saying, real estate, this is how you're going to make this money. And I got you, and trust. Like, he does that with everybody. So, and it's really convincing. And I'm not saying that's an excuse. But like I said, there was the leveraging of Lisa Wu. That was a big part of this. It's a big part of this.
I'm excited because I actually get to do an interview with someone such as myself. You are known on social media as Truth Hurts.
Yes.
Okay. The reason I brought you on the show was because I saw you cancel a show with Cheyenne Bryant. So why did you cancel the show with her? Because y'all were supposed to do a show together.
She's not authentic.
Okay.
And so when the doctor thing came out, I was actually kind of like...
Now, real quick, so you are pretty dynamic in the relationship space.
Absolutely.
I mean, you are one of the ones. How'd you meet your wife?
Well, I met my wife at a Herbalife. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
I know Herbalife,
right?
Yeah.
If I'm married, I'm a homeowner, I'm a rental car owner, I'm a property. I've changed completely. Did a complete turnaround. Married, baby. Like, life is stupendous for sure. I used to be a whore. I was a dog of a man, for sure.
When did you stop being a whore?
About 8-9 years ago.
So you haven't cheated since?
No, I have not. As being married, absolutely not.
How long you been married? 4 years?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I feel like a lot of times we watch these content creators, they come into the internet space as a perfect Patty or like a perfect Patrick. I never came to the internet with any of that.
I kind of look at you like as kind of Derek Jackson.
Really? Okay.
I feel that you do. Like, you do have a wife.
Okay.
Your wife contributes to your success. Now, your situation, you just had a baby or whatnot, but I have to ask you because there are, like I said, people that come to me. Do you know this woman?
Yeah, I do know her. Yeah.
With respect to your wife and your new baby, I will talk to you off camera about what has been revealed to me. And Latoya Odom.
Tasha K.
Are you Jamal Bryant, the preacher, the minister, the fornicator? Is he your baby daddy?
He is.
Is he a present father?
Never has been.
How did you meet Mr. Bryant?
He found me on MySpace. This is how old this is. He befriends me on MySpace, and then I start looking into all of his little profiles. Like, oh, he's married. He just asked me to be his massage therapist. So I'm trying to figure out the 2 and 2, like, what is going on? And he was like, well, I'm going through a divorce. He's like, I want to get a massage. Come to the hotel. I'll pay you whatever. And I'm going to church tonight. This is when it gets crazy. He said I seduced him.
You massaged?
Yeah, I massaged him.
Naked?
Next thing I know, clothes coming off. So we have sex.
Protected?
No. Louisiana people say, you know how you could tell there's alligators in the water? Go and test the water. Is it wet? The alligator's in the water. So you know I'm fertile. I just told you. So you came to the water wet, with no condom, no nothing.
He nutted in you.
I got pregnant on the first try.
There has been child support paid to you.
The last payment I received was $96. And John loves him. One day he told me, he said, Mommy, I love you and I love my daddy.
So he was helping at some point.
John really believes his dad. This is what he said at 2. He said, Mommy, I want to go see my daddy. So I dressed him up at 2. He was in Atlanta and I took him. Do you know Jamal never touched him? Just looked at him. They had a staring contest.
You mind if I talk to you, baby? Can you sit down? why I don't like him. He's on my platform.
Like I said, there was the leveraging of Lisa Wu. That was a big part of this. It was a big part of this, and me thinking, okay, I could do the real estate and I can continue to do my art. The funny thing is, when I released a song and I was doing my stuff, I made radio in 2025 and all this stuff. I told her about it after the fact. She had made a call to somebody at iHeart, and then they put my stuff on that specific show. But I had a whole team, and I was already kind of doing the thing. So it was like, here's somebody that can actually walk you into a door that has a relationship with, you know, like I said, the conversation we had, she brought up Jermaine Dupri. She's like, well, he knows Mariah. I can introduce you to him. Like, it was little nuances and things where I'm like, oh, okay.
She leveraged her celebrity.
She leveraged her celebrity. He leveraged the celebrity. And then it's like, we'll put you in these movies and you can be an investor and you're going to get points. And to your point about nothing is quick, that I learned that lesson with this entire situation.
I just wish people would understand that nothing in life is quick. Okay? And if it's quick, it's not for you. That includes dick too. Listen.
Yeah.
Oh, slow and steady wins the race, okay? That's what everything. So you sing?
I sing, yeah. I sing and I write music.
You want to blow something for us real quick? Come on now, you are.
Maybe I just don't get it. Do you enjoy being heard? I know you smell the perfume, the makeup on his shirt. That's on the spot. I'm sorry.
I love it.
It's a little bit on the spot.
I like how you snap, because I was like, hold up now. You said you were saying, you went right into it.
I can say.
Okay, I love it.
I mean, sometimes I don't put on the spot, but I can sing.
I love it.
Yeah.
All you need to do, write your songs. I tell people all the time when it comes to the art, you write music that touches the soul and you sing it on YouTube or TikTok, people are going to follow.
Yeah.
Especially if it's melody, like style music like that.
That's my music.
You don't even have to do covers. You can do your own. And you can build it that way. Build your own fan base.
Yeah.
All this time you spent trying to politic and network, you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Turn your camera on, produce in your house, and sing. But a lot of people don't want to do it's sort of like equivalent to getting out there and selling your CDs on the street.
I'll be honest with you. So I've been in the music industry in different capacities for a while. I used to manage. I've been around a lot of situations. I've been offered record deals. I think I just got to the point where I was like, I'm doing everything myself, and I just wanted an opportunity to.
Let me tell you something.
You know.
In any industry you're in, even in my industry right now, you're still going to do everything your damn self. You're going to have a team, and even my team, they operate based off of what I say, hey, we're doing. You're always going to be mentally exhausted. It's going to interfere with your art.
Yeah.
But you have to manage your business. That's your cash flow. So when it comes to you, and I know you probably, because a lot of people will probably skate this under the rug, you have a platform now in your hands, and you can get up and sing. I just saw the Hero Band. These boys started putting up their videos, you know, the 3 black boys, and they wake up in the morning. I was watching them when they had 10,000 followers. Now to see that Lil Duval is booking them. Yeah. They're doing shows. Because when you start to harness a fan base, when you go to your phone and say, hey, fans, I'm putting on my own show. Come meet me here. You book your venue. You keep all your ticket money. You bringing more people to the table takes more money out of your pocket. But yeah, you get the luxury of, I got a manager. I got to promote. Fuck all that.
Yeah. And the music industry is hard.
I just got my first goddamn manager. Well, first of all, I've had a management team for 3 years, but they ain't going to start getting paid till Tuesday. I don't play that shit. You got to put skin in the game for me to want to share what the fuck we built with y'all. And it's got to make sense. Right. You understand? So, like, you're young, you're smart, but you have to become a mother in this business. Because if not, they will rape you.
Right. Yeah. And so I do have a big following. I have a huge social media presence.
Sing to the mother. Tell them to meet you out at the goddamn.
A lot of my following is international. So, like I said,
that's even better.
I did. So when I came to America and I was doing stuff in LA and I was coming to Atlanta, it was one of those things where I was like, okay, here they're dangling me in front of me this exposure and Lisa Wu and these movies and things. I'm like, here's a way I could be seen. At the time, when I first started with Don and Lisa, I did have a manager. But a lot of the people approaching someone like me, they don't have skin in the game. So it's like, I signed to somebody that had told me, okay, we got this and we can get you with this. It didn't work out that way. I'm paying like $4,000 retainer for publicists. I'm doing I'm doing all this stuff.
Bro.
And it was frustrating. So here comes this situation that feels like a family, feels like I'm building a relationship with this woman and this dude is helping me, and I'm just a means to an end. And it's frustrating because that's what the labels do. That's what the industry's like.
You don't even need
and
a
I never
label.
needed a label, but I'm saying like you still need. I was in a vulnerable spot. I'm not even gonna make an excuse.
Listen,
I was in a vulnerable
you
spot.
dedicate 1 year on your Instagram, writing your songs, singing your songs, and you say, "Hey, I'm gonna put on a show here. My tickets are this." You sing to people's hearts. One thing about women, we love like that. I don't know if you play instruments or whatnot.
Not anymore, but
But
yeah.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
we're always looking for where can we go. Your fans will follow you.
Right.
They will if you touch them emotionally. But if you got too many people in the way that gets in the way of you harnessing your fans, you're going to lose. You're never going to win.
Right.
I promise you that. I don't even let people get in the way of me and my winos. Fuck out of the way with that shit. Because it's between me and them.
Right.
At the end of the day, that's all I got. And if I say, hey, you want to do business with me no more? Guess what? Hey, winos, we out here today, this time. They showing the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta harness that. I gotta harness my
1
fan
year,
base.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the little guitar dudes. Wake up in the morning. They got me going like this. Breakfast in the bed.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love soft rock. So, you know, Baltimore put me onto that scene or whatnot. So,
and I love all kind of music too. My biggest record is with the first American X Factor winner, Melanie Amaro. So I wrote that record.
Okay.
And it's my most streamed record.
Yeah.
And you're right. Before I was able to really come into a lot of my money.
Yeah.
It was difficult for me because I gotta work, I gotta pay these bills, and I'm the type of person where even just what I've created is only like 30% of my creativity, because I'm one of them people that really can't. I come from I was born
100%
yeah.
you. You don't need a publicist. You don't need no label. You just need your phone, your instruments, and your fucking fans that's on your. I guarantee, if you do a song, everyone, I'm coming to sing to y'all today. This was on my heart. I swear to God. Let me tell you something. I don't know if you grew up in the church.
I did grow up in church. I did.
So you know, what did we come to church for? Did we come to church to hear preaching?
Praise and worship.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And people have stopped singing because they want to be famous.
Yeah.
Get that famous shit.
I know,
out your-
and to be
I'm not telling you.
I know, because I was like, I could have been a lot of, and I could have did a lot of stuff. If I was over there. They tried to get me to come over there to Zeus, and I was like,
Fuck that.
Yeah,
You don't
no,
need
I
them.
didn't do any of that. But I'm saying, like, I'm not for the fame. I just want people to. I have a lot of life experience, and I want to share that music.
Sing.
Yeah.
Sing. Listen, Instagram. Go ahead. We done.
My
Instagram.
My Instagram is
Use your camera.
Raleigh Music, RAWLEMUSIC. RaleighMusic.com. So if you want to pull that
So
up.
when we come to your Instagram, your ass gonna be on there singing.
I'll be on there singing. Give me like a month. I'm gonna be on there singing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't want no polished shit.
No, I'm gonna be on there singing.
Singing.
I'm gonna be on there singing. If I gotta sing, Mary had a little lamb, I'm gonna sing whatever.
Sing. Sing.
whatever.
Your gift will make way for you. I promise you that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tasha.
I know y'all gonna put them up in jail. I can feel it in my spirit. Let me know when everybody is done.
Yeah.
And we'll put everybody in like a mini, like kind of docu series or whatnot, because I like to raise awareness with shit like that.
Yeah, it has to end with me. And it's so many victims and people that are harmed, and I just have to make sure that it stops with me. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. Latoya Odom.
Tasha K.
Are you Jamal Bryant, the preacher, the minister, the fornicator? Is he your baby daddy?
He is.
Is he a present father?
Never has been.
How did you meet Mr. Bryant?
He found me on MySpace. This is how old this is. He befriends me on MySpace, and then I start looking into all of his little profiles. Like, oh, he's married. He just asked me to be his massage therapist. So I'm trying to figure out the 2 and 2, like, what is going on? And he was like, well, I'm going through a divorce. He's like, I want to get a massage. Come to the hotel. I'll pay you whatever. And I'm going to church tonight. This is when it gets crazy. He said I seduced him.
You massaged?
Yeah, I massaged him.
Naked?
Next thing I know, clothes coming off. So we have sex.
Protected?
No. Louisiana people say, you know how you could tell there's alligators in the water? Go and test the water. Is it wet? The alligator's in the water. So you know I'm fertile. I just told you. So you came to the water wet with no condom, no nothing.
He nutted in you.
I got pregnant on the first try.
There has been child support paid to you.
The last payment I received was $96. And John loves him. One day he told me, he said, Mommy, I love you and I love my daddy.
So he was helping at some point.
John really believes his dad. This is what he said at 2. He said, Mommy, I want to go see my daddy. So I dressed him up at 2. He was in Atlanta and I took him. Do you know Jamal never touched him? Just looked at him. They had a staring contest.
You mind if I talk to you, baby? Can you sit down? That's why I don't like kids on my platform. You don't want your hair fall out, the skin to be bad and everything. Guys, you know our bodies are like plants. I don't like capsules. I don't take capsules. That's why I opt for liquid vitamins that I don't need a whole capsule, because you know they got them big bottles, them liquids is thick and it's like it's too much. These are drops. You don't have to take them with food. They absorb. 97% of the vitamins and minerals that our body is made out of is in this bottle. This is extracted sea moss. It's the most potent, natural organic vitamins that you're going to get. Dr. Sabi, all the health gurus are behind this. I love it. This is the sea moss skin. We also have the sea moss pineapple there, sea moss mango, sea moss detox drops as well, which has chlorophyll and dandelion and things like that for the skin, for the gut. All of these, this is one of our most popular products on the site. Use my coupon code TK10 to get 10% off your first order. Don't forget, guys, oil of oregano, I keep it with me. I'm traveling this weekend. I will be traveling with my oil of oregano, being that there's hantavirus, Ebola, everything else out there. This just makes me feel like I am cured. Okay, and so research behind this says oil of oregano is that bitch, okay? I haven't been sick. Don't plan on getting sick. And and so 100% raw oil of oregano extracted, okay? This is UK made. They extract their products with a higher care of love. They don't even allow preservatives and stuff over there in the UK unless it's like vitamin C or something like that. Their health standards are good. That's why everybody's skinny over there, skinty. And they smoke. And they still live a long life. What do you know? Okay? So here's the thing. So oil of oregano, a lot of celebrities swear by this. I swear by this, okay? Try it. I'm telling you. 5 drops, not droppers. Just 5 little drops in your water. Use my coupon code TK10 to get 10% off your first order. You can see videos of oil of oregano being put on viruses and bacteria and eradicating them, okay? This was a top seller, too, during the COVID era as well, too. So, I can't say a cure. I'm not a doctor or anything like that. Ain't nobody for the Coach Stormy me. Not today. Not ever. I'm just telling you what it does for me and what the research says, but I can't say what it's going to do for you, but look at the reviews on shoptkdeals.com, okay? Don't forget, guys, if you are an aspiring author, okay, you wrote a book, we have a book club now on itstashak.com. If you want your book premiered here on the show so that we can, the winos can support, please hit us at itstashak.com/book-club to speak to one of my digital sales agents to discuss us promoting your book over here, okay? And that goes for all ads, okay? It's TashaK.com/advertise, or go to advertise to talk to one of our digital sales agents to think about, to get your brand promoted on the platform, okay? I love you guys. My headache is gone, huh? Who? Oh, guys, if you are a single man or know a single man that's over the age of 25, hell, over the age of 30, that just wants to talk about being single, why? We're not trying to hook nobody up. We're just trying to get in the minds of the man. Letting the men tell their story for once. Women always out here talking. We want to hear from the men. We need to hear from the men, okay? So we know how to better deal with men. Go to itstashak.com/casting, okay? Casting. Winos. I love y'all.